Hey there, welcome to our channel. Today I'm going to tell you about something I did 2 months ago because I just kept not making the video for whatever reason. We have in our area what's called a farm tour weekend. And every year in like the middle of October, when it starts to cool off, all our local farms will open their doors and show you how they do things. You know, we have permaculture farms and traditional farms, 1-acre farms, all these really cool, different ways of farming. And, you know, they take you through and they show you everything, show you their animals, show you their you know, no-tills, their permaculture, or their traditional, or like square foot gardening. You know, like on the 1-acre plots, they do square foot gardening. And it all is just amazing. And so anyway, at one, we went to, the very first one we went to was the closest. You know, we tried to make a route, right? And the very first one, we pulled in and it looked like they were closed, like there was nobody there. And we kept standing around and standing around. We thought, well, maybe they've already taken a tour out, because there was lots of cars. And well, maybe they've already taken a tour and we'll have to wait, right? So we're sitting out there. And finally this gentleman comes around the corner and he says, "Can we help you?" And we were like, "Well, we're here for the farm tour." And he's like, "I don't think so." And we're like, "Well, it's right here." She said, he said, "Don't tell me that they put us on the tour this year." And so we pulled it up and he's looking at it and he says, "This is last year. This is last year's." And we were like, "Oh, well, we're so sorry." They had got married the night before and they were having a family gathering that didn't have anything to do with the farm tour. So we were like, "Oh, we're so sorry. We're so sorry. We didn't check the date. We just assumed that since it said Farm Tour 2023, that it was part of that you were part of the farm tour." Well, anyway, they were like, "You're already here, and I was fixing to do a tour for my family anyway, so just come on, you know, come on." So he took us around to and showed us his no-tills, and he had Seminole pumpkins everywhere, and beautiful Rosells, and then he had no-till gardens where they had their regular vegetables, their cabbages and turnips and everything that they had just started. And it was just a wonderful time. And they were really, really nice people. And they didn't have to do that because we were intruding. But it turned out really great. We made some new friends and it was good. It was good. And then we went on to the next one, and it was way out, like in the next county out. And when we got there, they sell trees. That's their thing, is they sell trees. And they have bananas that will just make bundles and bundles of bananas. And they had them. I mean, you could see them, these huge, huge banana trees with just long, here in Florida, up North Florida. It was amazing. And they had, they had a buy one, get one free sale. And, you know, I can't not do that, right? So I bought one guava and I bought one Aberdeen olive. I think I said that right. Aberdeen. Anyway, it's an olive tree. And I only needed to buy one of each because I know how to propagate. So in the spring, I'll probably cut 4, 5, 6 cuttings off and make me some more trees. And we're sitting out here because this is where I'm going to plant them. I'm going to, you know, they need about 20 feet of space a piece. So right here is already cleared. And so this is where I'm going to put them. And then it got cold last night, right? It got really cold. And I have these magic pumpkins. If you watched our other older videos, I grow these magic pumpkins that I got from Southeast Seed Exchange. And they are truly magic. And I'm going to take you over here while I cut them, because it went down to 33, 34 last night, but tonight it's supposed to drop down below 30, and they're good and ripe, and so I just need to go ahead and pull them, and so that's what we're going to do now. Okay, we'll just start right here on the end and snip that, and I'm going to make sure that I leave a good bit of that stem on there. The longer that stem is, the longer your pumpkin's gonna last. Isn't that a gorgeous pumpkin, y'all? Magic pumpkin. They are magic. They taste so good. Okay, and you see these are all on the same vines, but these are shaped like this. You get two different pumpkins on the same vine. Isn't that just awesome? All right, now I want y'all to look at this. Now we did have that, you know, it did get cold last night and it did hurt these vines. But I want you to look at that. This is the end of November and it started to put out another pumpkin. And I have one over there that's further away. That's one of the nice big ones. And it's still green. I'm gonna leave it and hope for the best, but I don't know about that freeze tonight. All right, I'm gonna go on and get the rest of these pumpkins picked. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking they're gonna be Christmas presents. Last two, look at that, 17 pumpkins that I harvested today. Plus, I harvested the big one that the bear got, and I made 2 into pumpkin pies and pumpkin bars for Thanksgiving. So, total of 20 off of one, really just one vine, because when our friend came over with his lawnmower, remember he ran over my magic pumpkins and I didn't think I was going to get anything. So probably it was a blessing in disguise, because I had 3 plants out here. I'd have had 60 pumpkins. That's a lot. So during that same mowing debacle, I had 6 Rosells, because I make Rosell jam every year. My family absolutely loves that. And all right, what I'm doing is I'm just picking the whole thing, because what I want, because I've let this go too long. All right, this part is what you make the jam with, and it makes the absolute best tasting, most beautiful. But in here is your, in here is your seed pod. And that, I left them out here as long as possible. I wanted to make absolutely sure that I got viable seeds, because last year, none of the seeds that I saved came up. And that's what they're supposed to look like. Mine did not look like that last year, so I'm thankful, and I'm gonna keep them all. I got about 100 or so I am tickled to death. I will have plenty of seeds. I think I'm gonna put about 25 or 30 out next year. See my fingers? Nice and red and dirty. Hey y'all, I'm out here picking that Rosell, you know, and I look up and my Loquat is absolutely loaded with flowers. Okay y'all, I think this loquat is about 7 years old. And that's amazing in itself that that tree grew that much in 7 years. But last year we got about 20 loquats. Randy and I just stood up underneath it and picked the ones that we could reach and ate them right there, right then, because there wasn't that many. But this year, this is looking really, really good. And they'll be ready by like early spring. It's one of the very first fruits that we get here in Florida. And now I really can't wait. I'm excited. All right, I'm gonna finish this up and I'll see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day.